Hello, my name is Chad Hanrahan. I'll be your teacher this year. Trying a little bit new idea. This is Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm going to use this to make a little video on how to use the technology that we will be using in our classes throughout the year. So basically, first of all, we'll be using the internet a lot, typically Chromebooks or iPads, and a lot of probably Google and Chrome. So first of all, here is me. This is a site that's me, and it's an online portfolio. Feel free to check it out. I have the site listed in the homework site. I'll show you that in a second, and you can read all about it. It's not overly exciting, just some things I do for some coursework I did a couple years back. Now, probably one of the most important sites you'll use is this one right here. This is the Dr. T.L. Sullivan page. Now, there's several things on it. You can see, and you can browse through it as you feel. Now, it'll give you dates and when things are due, or perhaps when there's events coming. But for our classes, more particularly, the most important thing would be homework, online math text. And if you do use Parent Portal to find out your attendance or your marks, you can use those here. They look so that's the one I would use to put marks in, and that's the one for students and parents. Again, you'll know more about that as the year goes on. And if you don't have a code to get into our school student and sign in, you can get that through the office. So basically, this is our homework page. I upload things into this regularly. Now, what you would do is you would go to this, select homework to view, and you would look for particular things. Right now, there's no homework for us, so you don't see my name, but you'll see my name, Chad Hanrahan, and your class, and you just click there in case you needed to find your homework. So the next thing, the online math text. Now if you click, you get to this place, Nova Scotia Virtual Schools, and what you would do, you would go to In-Class Online here, and you clicked on it. It would basically ask you for a username and password. That would be your GeneSPES password and GeneSPES email. Put that in there. And again, I'll show you more about that in a little while. Obviously, everybody has this Google Apps for Education email. You put that here and a password. Now, if you don't know what this is, you will soon. And if you don't know what it is, you probably don't have a password. And myself or Miss Holly or someone at the school will help you get set up with that. If you don't know it off the top of your head, I will have a way to get it for you, and we can go through it from there. So, now, another thing that I used to use a lot was my own homepage. This is kind of being replaced by Google Apps for Education when we start getting into Google Classroom. So, we'll skip right over to that. So, if you go into Google Apps for Education, since I have a little log here where you click. Now I'm already logged in, so it wouldn't show it to you. But when you do click on this login and you put your email and password in, you get this thing which is kind of like the home page, and you would click whatever thing you wanted. For instance, there's your email, Google Drive, a site online, your calendar, and especially this one called Classroom. I have this up here, so I'll go right to it. So, Classroom. Here's what it would look like for me. It would look the same for you, but you'd have less because you'd only be logged into the ones that are pertaining to you. So let's just say you were in grade 8 math. Now, before you go anywhere further, so basically this little drop-down menu, this little toolbar, same thing as what you'd see here visually. This is to join a class or create one. It's called Waffle. Gives you all your different apps. Most students only use Mail, maybe definitely Drive and Docs. Some would use the calendar, definitely the classroom. Now these sheets and slides, probably not so much. Now myself, I use those a lot, and you'll see those throughout the year. But another quick thing that I learned over the summer is this thing called To Do calendar. So you can put a to-do list in there for yourself if you want to get on top of things. More particularly, this calendar will actually list assignments in the calendar, so if things are due in any of your classes that uses this technology, you would see it. So it's pretty good if you are someone like me that has a very bad memory. So, classroom. Let's go back to that. So say you were in math and French. You click on that one. So this is kind of like the stream. The stream kind of lists things as they come. So the top is obviously the most recent, and as you go down further, the less, I guess, the more aged or earlier ones. So again, everything at the top is the newest, and you go down further and further, and there's more and more old things. I use this a lot. So for instance, when you get in my classes, you will check this out. This is kind of like who I am. You're going to do this little introduction form. It's a survey / information site that will upload into something I have set up to collect information better. And then this is my little homework checklist. So for instance, when I give homework, I will check it, and you'll be able to kind of keep tabs on if you're getting your homework done or not. Homework isn't worth points directly, but it's a great way to keep track of progress. And if people are struggling, we can maybe map back to how much work is being done in class and at home. Now, the most important thing both in Google Classroom is to list my class notes, particularly the work that you do in class within it, so you can always have access to it if you want. If you go away or if you're sick, you always have access to it. And as I get more and more proficient with this work, I might start doing more formative assessment. That's fancy talk for assignments or little quizzes within the Google Classroom, so you can complete them and do them at your own convenience. The other thing that I use this for is to post things like practice tests. That's always an evaluation. So for instance, this is an example of last year, test number 10. So before the students wrote test 10, they wrote a practice. Now this year I want to make these into little assignments where you complete them and then fill a little survey about how it helped and there's things you could add to it. So we're about 7 minutes in. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I hope that this helped you and your family understand how to use the online technology for this class a little better. And remember, I'm always free. Nothing better than a human to answer human questions. But again, in a pinch, this could do a pretty good job. So I'm going to stop there, and I hope to answer any of your questions as the year goes on. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Take care.